garage. So today we're going to turn our focus on our Poon headlight setup and doing an install. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that we have to do to these headlights to make them fit. So we're going to go ahead and jump into today's episode and try to do our best to get them to fit. After we get our fitment done, then we're going to worry about our light output and what lights we're going to be putting in. So guys, let's jump into today's episode and let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. So today's episode, we're gonna go focus on installing the Poon headlights. So if you guys remember, I had these headlights on at some point in this build when I did have the wide body fully on the MR2. Right before I took it off, I made sure that these were at least fitted well. They weren't the best, but they were fitted well. And I pre-drilled some holes prior to sending them out to ABC Carbon to get this wonderful, wonderful hex carbon fiber. Real quick, if you guys are interested at all in getting any type of carbon fiber done, don't waste your time with anybody else. ABC Carbon is probably the best place to go, or the best place to send your stuff. As you guys can see, he's done a lot of work for me and his work is immaculate. What we're going to be doing is today is going to drill out these little pilot holes that we have right here. Probably make a pilot hole here. Same thing for this side. This one kind of has one right here, but we're going to go ahead and drill out these holes as well. But enough chatting, guys. Let's jump into this headlight setup and let's go. Alright guys, so what I did was Dremel out these pilot holes that I had here. They all came out pretty good, nice and clean. I did make one right up here, and I also did the same thing for the passenger side. These also came out pretty clean, along with the pilot hole up top. So guys, now we're going to move on to opening this up here. I think I'm going to have to drill it out. I'm going to get my Bauer drill really quickly with my stepper bit. I'm gonna see if I open these up just a little bit just to fit a M6 riv nut or maybe an M5 riv nut. I'd rather it be M6. It's just a little bit more universal as far as bolts go. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, guys. So let's jump into that and let's go. Alright everybody, so what you guys see me do was drill these out and do the same thing to the passenger side, to both of these pilot holes here, and then we're going to go ahead and install the riv nuts on all four sides. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I marked right here where I need to put my riv nut, and the same thing goes for here, and the same thing goes for here. So what I'm going to do first is go forward and start drilling out this one for the riv nut, and then I'm going to move on to this passenger side and drill out that for the riv nut as well. I'm going to go forward and do this one as well, just because it looks like this one was way off. I don't think I ever used this mounting point, because I mean it makes sense because of the way it's lined up, but this is where our mounting point is going to be, or at least our new mounting point. So I marked it all. So what we're going to go do is finish drilling out all these marked spots, and then we're going to go ahead and start installing some of the riv nuts. I'm pretty happy with how everything drilled out. This one drilled out almost perfectly. This one kind of was a little sideways, but I remember measuring it a little bit further this way just because this little piece right here is going to be hard to try to drill into. So this one came out good. And this one I dropped it a little bit because I keep forgetting that we have the visor that goes over. So this one was dropped a little bit, but this one was measured better than that one, obviously. So guys, we're going to jump into it. We're going to give this riv nut gun a chance to try to put some of these riv nuts in, and we're going to keep moving forward, guys, and try to install these headlights. On to the next step, which would be trying to mount these guys. I did get some JB Weld. I'm going to try to mount these brackets behind the actual light. But we'll get to that in a minute, guys. So let's jump into this front end and try to get these mounted up. So let's go. Now that the riveting is all done, I'm super excited now, just because now we get to mount the Poon headlights. I did double side tape the eyelids just to see how it looks. I made a thumbnail, so this is going to be the thumbnail. It looks really, really cool. It's pretty eye-catching, but I'm still so impressed with this like this hex carbon fiber, this honeycomb carbon fiber. It just looks so amazing. And again, I have to give a huge shout out to Alan at ABC Carbon for doing such a great job. But guys, let's jump into this install. I want to install these housings, so then at least I know that this is done, and then we're going to wait on our yellow lights, and then we're going to go ahead and install our yellow lights with our white lights on this housing. So guys, let's jump into it and let's go. Now we're going to grab our titanium bolts. We're going to grab some M6 bolts here. We got 3 of them on each side, so I got to pick up 6 of them. We're also going to be using some rubber washers. I do got some rubber washers here that I am going to be using in between, just because I do want to make sure nothing gets scratched up or anything like that. So we're going to be using these guys. I'm super excited because I'm finally getting to use titanium bolts. So all these bolts are going to be used for the headlights and mounting them. So guys, let's jump into it and let's go. Folks, I got everything nicely lined up. So there was one issue, and I don't know if you guys spotted it here, but the lower half of these headlights are so hard to align. So what I had to do, I had to open up the hole here, just so then it gives me a just enough sliding back and forth or left and right, just to adjust the bottom half. But I only did that to the bottom half. All the top ones are fine. Everything came out pretty good. I did double side tape the eyelids just for now. It's just a piece of painter's tape that I flipped inside out, and they're both sitting on there. But look at how nice these things are coming out, guys. And I think this is, I mean, as far as flush goes, I think this is going to be as flush as they're going to get. And again, this is only this distance here, because don't forget, we do have, let's see, I got them inside here, but this basically, these are old ones, those are new. Basically these go in up like that, so they kind of sit like that with this. I'm still debating if I really even want this tinted shield, since the lights I'm going to be using are waterproof, so I might not be using them. But for the most part, I think I'm going to leave this setup looking like this just for now, until I get the rest of the headlights. And then once we get the rest of the headlights, guys, this is going to be a lot of fun, because then I get to show you guys the cutoffs and we get to install these bad boys. But next, what we're going to do is at least install the plugs. So these are the plugs that we're going to be using. This is a H4 to H11 dual, just so then I'm going to be using dual headlights. So this is going to kind of sit here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and connect these here to the OEM plugs right down here, and then from there, guys, we're going to call it an episode. So let's go. Alright everybody, this is going to conclude today's episode. We did put in and install the Poon headlight housings. We did have to do some extra widening of these bottom holes just for adjustment purposes, so we can slide back and forth, but everything else is lined up pretty well. And remember guys, this gap here is just in case we want to go forward and put that that plexiglass shield. It's this thing right here. This is the old one. Like I showed you guys before, this is the old one. I have the new ones right down in there, but I'm still debating. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I do have to figure out what I'm going to do with these eyelids. I want to make sure that these eyelids fit perfect, and I don't want them to fly off or anything like that, so I have to find a mounting way to put these guys. So that's going to be on the agenda of things to research. So guys, remember, like, share, subscribe. I greatly appreciate all my subscribers. I mean, check out the Nasty Addiction merch store, guys. All those purchases do go to every single build that I do on this channel, guys. So the more shirts you guys buy and the more merch you guys buy, the more builds I can do. Okay? So guys, take care of yourselves and each other, and until next time, peace.